Hello everyone, today I'm going to explain LeetCode SQL Solutions user activity for the past 30 days 1. Let's see the problems first together. We have to write a solution to find the daily active user count for a period 30 days ending 2019 July 27 inclusively. So, a user was active on some day if they made at least one activity on that day. So as you can see in the activity table, if someone did activity type at least once, it considered as active users. We can return the table in any order, and there is an explanation about the activity will be considered active user for consider active on a day. So maybe open session and session, scroll down and send message will be considered as active users. Let's understand the examples together. For example, what we are caring about is we have to count only the period 30 days, this 2019 July 27 inclusively. As you can see, there is a user ID, session ID, activity date, activity type. I think activity date is quite important because there is we have to find the date before the 2019 July 27. So what we care about, as you can see here, for example, 2000 June 25 is not our consideration. So I'm gonna make it like this. We are only cares about that is before 30 days of this date. So we only consider about this one, and we're gonna count active users. For example, active user 1, I'm gonna change the color, active user 2, and active user 3. So, but as you can see, we have to divide it by group by activity date. So when you see it, if I cross the line like this, yep, so in 2000 July 20, the activity user is 1 and 2. So in the output, there is active users 1 and 2. So in total will be 2. And in 2019 July 21, there is user ID 2 and user ID 3. So user ID 2 and user ID 3 will be also count total as 2. So you have to keep in mind that it is not count everything. We have to count the distinct of the users. Yep, so that's the explanation about the examples. So let's talk about how to approach these problems. Let's move on to the solution page. So let's think about how to approach this problem. What do you guys think it's difficult, or is like what do you guys think it is most crucial thing to solve this problem? What I think personally, first, I think we have to filter the date. That is one condition we have to consider. What I mean is, what was it, 2019? We have to find 30 days, including 2019 July 27. So it will be including here. We have to find also before like 29 days. Yeah, I think this is the first crucial thing we have to do. And second crucial thing is, I think it will be group by. And what do you guys think we have to group by? What I think in here, it is group by the days. So we have to group by, I think, activity date. And also, I think we have to count active users on the user ID. So what we have to do, I think we have to count the distinct user ID. Then it will count it, not duplicated, like, you know what I mean, right? So how are we gonna filter the date? So how are we gonna find 30 days before that, including 2019 July 27? In here, what we gonna use here, there is a function name. In MySQL version, we have date sub. We're gonna use that, or you can use date add function too, but be careful, you have to do interval minus 30 minus 29 day, like this, if you want to use date add. So I think it is better to show you guys on the screen to write the query. So let's move on to write the query together. So what I'm gonna approach first, as you guys I already explained, what we have to do first, we have to filter the date before this date, 2019 17 20, this date. So how are we gonna do that? I think it is better to use where clauses. So I'm gonna write it down the query. Select from, this table name is activity, so activity. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write where clauses. What do you guys think we have to use it? We have to use it in here, as I already explained. We can use date sub or date add function to get the row only that is before 30 days of this date. So where activity date is between, I'm gonna write it down like this, between date sub. In date sub, you have to, on the parameter, you have to use your date that you want to calculate or convert, and you have to use interval. What we gonna do? We're gonna do 29 day. That is the grammar of this date sub query. The thing is, I'm gonna write it down first. So we're gonna find this date, 2019 July 27. What you guys, I think, also confused me also was, you don't have to write 30 day, because we have to include 2019 27, so we have to get rid of it 1 day. So don't forget and be cautious, we have to write interval 29 day to find the right solution. Let's see what's happening first to write the query. Wait a second, something's, I think, wrong. Sorry guys, what I did mistake, you don't have to write activity date here. What we have to convert, we have to write like this. Because it have to be 2019 July 27 before 29 days. So don't forget, do not do the mistakes like me. And if you show it, dates of interval, maybe I'm gonna do it like this. Yep, also don't forget the signals. So if you see it, the 2019 June 25 is deleted from this table, and that's what we want to see, that is in before 2019 27, before 29 days. So we correctly write the query. So the first step is done. What I'm also gonna show you guys, so the filter the thing is done, and second thing we have to do, we have to group by date, group by activity date, and plus we have to count distinct user ID. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use group by in here, group by activity date, and I'm gonna call it, we in output we the requirement says activity date should be a day, so I'm gonna call it day. Sorry. So, and also we're gonna count distinct active user IDs, so I'm gonna use count function in aggregate, and we're gonna use distinct user ID here like this, and I'm gonna call it active users. So let's run the code. Yeah, it successfully submitted, successfully run. And if you submit the code, yeah, it works. But I want to tell you guys that you have to be some cautious. First thing is, you have to write distinct. If you don't use distinct like this, if you run it, so it's gonna count like the whole user ID, even if they have the same users. So don't forget, we have to use distinct so that it shows not duplicated. And second thing I want to show you guys, you can also use date add, but if you want to use date add function, you have to do like minus 29 days because it is before that. So it also shows the result same. And if I submit the code, yeah, it also passed. Yep, so this is we write the query together on the screen. So let's organize the key point of this problem and finish the video. Let's move on to the key point section. Yep, so what do you guys think of the key point of this problem? What I think personally, first, as I already said, filter the date is the main key point of solving this problem. If you wanted to get something that is before the date or after date, keep in mind that we have to use date sub, or you can sometimes use date add function to filter on the right date. So filter date is the first key point. And second key point was, I think it is grouped by also count, but the key point was you have to count distinct. I think this is also the key point of to solve this problem. You have to write, don't forget, if you don't write distinct, it will gonna duplicate it rows. Even if the user is the same, it will count everything. So don't forget, we have to use distinct to count the user ID. Yeah, and we group by it by the date. Activity date. Yeah, I think this is the whole key point of this problem. Thank you for watching this video.